Hi Taurus, welcome. This is your fireside chat. We are continuing because the office is too cold, and we are here reading for the month of January. And so you take it as you will, right? Because I know that we're already kind of more than halfway into January, but I will continue to post. I know I've been gone for a really long time, but I'm back now. So, Taurus, you have Uranus in your sign at the moment, which could be a little giving you the feels of unpredictability, maybe trying your patience, asking you to say yes to certain, like you're much more readily available to say yes to things that are spontaneous than you normally would be, and you might be surprising yourself. You might be shocking some people that are around you. That's what Uranus does, right? It's all about the unpredictable nature and the way that people can shift, change, shock. It could be small changes, just like, yes, you will wear this outfit, wear this dress, go to that restaurant, say that have that conversation, say that question. Or it could be something much larger about your life, like, yes, I'm finally quitting my job and I'm going to take the leap, etc. So let's see what we've got going on here. We will do the same format that we've been doing for all the signs. Hopefully I finished the earth and the air today. But if not, I get to it when I get to it. Shuffling for Taurus, we'll do past, present, and future shuffling. For Taurus, please, past, present, and future. For Taurus, we'll do 2 more shuffles. Past, present, and future for Taurus. 1 more like that. Past, present, and future for Taurus. Let's see, past energy for Taurus, please. The Chariot. We're upside down. Chariot for your past energy. Present energy for Taurus, please. Page of Pentacles. Can I see future for Taurus? 3 of Swords in reverse. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. That's that earth energy, taking care of yourself. Okay, so in the past, what it looks like is you've come into a certain level of acceptance, clarity, vision, projection, forward movement, and the universe is conspiring with you. So because you've harmonized the 2 sides of the self, you've been able to gain traction, have a highly visible way in which you are projecting and moving towards your goals. I don't know what that looks like. So this is a Cancerian card, so the efforts that you're doing right now could come to fruition in the spring, late spring, early summer, or this could have to do with the watery-like nature of your emotional well-being, satisfaction, what it means that the 2 sides of you desire, heart and mind coming together in one. But let's see, so in the present we've got this Page of Pentacles. This is a small exchange of consistent effort, but 3D energy of what it is that you're putting out into the world, continuing to take good steps towards the end goal. And here in the future, the 3 of Swords in reverse. So this disappointment, this worry, this anxiety, this fear, this feeling of extreme loss, separation, and mental breakdown through heartache is completely turned around here. And that's through your consistent efforts. So let's use the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Pulling for Taurus, please, for the month of January. Can you show me some clarifying ideas here? For the past, we have the big energy, the universal major of the Chariot coming through. Can you show me the Chariot for Taurus, please? Can you show me the Chariot for Taurus, please. One more. What's the Chariot all about? Please and thank you. The Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work. This is time, energy, sacrifice. This is perfecting your craft, your vision, your words, your will. This is finding power in your efforts. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is maybe finally putting your efforts into the good direction, no longer worrying about things going bad. Bottom of the deck, the Five of Swords. Exactly. Turning around that stinking thinking. Getting, giving the benefit of the doubt to others rather than thinking the worst. This is no longer being overprotective, but rather putting your efforts into creating that which you want to see, not defending against that which is possible. Okay? Yeah, this is in the 3D. Can I see the present energy, please? Page of Pentacles for Taurus. Present energy. All of this is in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. The Seven of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse. The Fool in reverse. And the Six of Pentacles upright with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So let's say that you're recognizing, stay with me, Taurus, okay? You're recognizing that it's going to take bold effort, but that it's a lot to do and it's overwhelming, but you know that you can do it. And then you explain to me all the things that you've got to take care of. This is the list. And you're telling me I've got to move, and I got to move fast, and I need the help of everyone on board because I know exactly now the emotional truth, the Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm no longer seeking. I am clear on what it is that compels me to move. Okay, Eight of Cups in reverse. You've got to go back. You've got to go back. There's something that requires you to go back and retrieve something that you didn't take a chance on. Why? The Fool is in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So your pentacle energy, your Page of Pentacles, your small token of consideration, of effort, of idea, of consistent time and energy is about a past situation that you turned a blind eye to, or that you didn't take seriously, or you didn't open up to, that you shut down. And you didn't give balanced, you were not balanced with it. And it has to do with your path. So this is a course correction. You are going back to a particular time, place, person, and you are going to balance out the situation, balance out the scales. You don't have to take a new chance on it. This doesn't necessarily mean it's a story of reconciliation. It just means that you are going to, with your emotional truth that you're holding now, take your power back and give power back to whomever it was that was connected. You know that you can't move forward until you heal this. You've got, as it lands in my Five of Swords, yeah, because you will stay in this loop. Five of Swords to the Two of Pentacles. You will stay in this loop for infinity, going back and forth until you right this wrong. Eight of Wands. Eight, again, about power, about action for your power. Can I see the future? The Three of Swords in reverse. Future, Three of Swords in reverse for Taurus, please. So, wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the World. This is your new cycle. Okay? The Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, Death. Every time that you recognize that every single time that you have a low level of connectivity with other people, friendships, networks, associates, close friends, family, intimate bonds, as well as dating on like the surface level. Every single time you interact with them, it highlights an impurity, it highlights a sensitivity, it highlights shame and guilt, 9 of Swords. And it highlights that because of how you behaved previously. So it is immediately unable to go anywhere, death. And the only way that you could face this is by putting you yourself, going back and returning it and making it better, the world. You have to world this, but you have to face it. And when you world it, the Ace of Pentacles is here for the 10 of Pentacles, for the Ace of Swords, for the 10 of Cups, and Justice. Exactly. So what's the end result that comes from this future, right? January is a brand new like birthing of a new truth and availability for you as you process your life. So no longer do you have anything to hide, because you'll go and face it yourself. So then when you are seen in these new connections, friendships, families, you're not going to be so sensitive, and you're not going to feel like you have to cover something up or let shame come in and interrupt your behavior. So you worlding this faces this death head on. There's an opportunity for a new network, 10 of Pentacles, a new cycle of growth that includes your environment, near and far, because there's truth here. This is the unlocking of what was stuck, the Ace of Swords. This is a fresh start with clarity and purpose and vision and communication. Your communication could have been easily stymied by all of this confusion and background noise, which is playing constantly. And then you have the 10 of Cups. So in the 10 of Pentacles of the network and the new circles and the new circuitry of connection, you have emotional connection and support systems. And it's fair, it's karmic, it's a new leaf. Justice is here. Wow, I really, it got so intense so quickly. So if we want, it's none of my business, but because it got so intense so quickly, we could go back into this. We'll use this deck. Can you show me, in the present energy, we have an emotional truth about an imbalance, right? Because what we have is the Chariot in reverse to the 7 of Cups in reverse to the 8 of Cups. So you are returning because of an emotional truth that has settled in you about a moment that you were unbalanced. And in the past, you have to go back to that moment previously. You have to return and revisit. And if we look at the past, we have the Chariot to the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Swords in reverse. The 10 of Swords upright would be a betrayal, would be an ending, a grave ending. An ending that that you are part of, because it's basically a manifestation of the worst possible thinking, right? Because it's the 9 of Swords that you mismanage your efforts in communication with the universe. You spend your time thinking about what will happen badly, and then the 10 of Swords is the product of those events actually playing itself out. But it's in reverse here. So we're talking about a fresh, new perspective on something that, even though it didn't pan out as you had hoped, it didn't pan out as you had processed it. Seeing something in a slightly new way. You perhaps in the past thought that something was too much work, so you ended it. And when I say something, I'm talking about communicating with the other in mind. The lovers is what is underpinning this whole thing. So, you didn't put the work in, or at least you assessed what the work would be in terms of requirement. And what I've got is a whole bunch of, I'm holding on to this small, low level of energy, what it is I could give, but here's all the ways that I miscalculated the situation. And in the current situation, referring back to the past, you return with emotional truth about not being open and not balancing out with someone. And in the future, you turn that frown upside down because you recognize that any low-level connection is going to bring you right back to the same worry, the same fear, 9 of Swords. And you have to put an end to that, or it's going to be the end of you. Any desire that you have will be found facing death until you get clear on how you immediately assess work and then kill something. Okay, this is really deep. So there's a piece of you as an earth sign, of course, that is stubborn. There's a piece of you that, as an earth sign, is feminine. And there's a piece of you that is Venusian, that you care a lot about your practical resources, your material, your leisure, your comfort, your wealth, which makes you protective of the family, of the house. Now, what I'm looking at is a little bit of all of those. Hyper vigilant, hyper defensive about what it will cost to meet someone halfway, therefore not doing it. Can I see what has to be returned to? 8 of Cups to the Fool, please. Six of Wands. Keep in mind the 6 of Wands is underneath the Lovers. The 6 of Wands is a public display of valor, a public display of success. There's a parade in your honor because you've done a good job, and you did the good job not just for yourself but for everyone. And it is a Leo card, so a fixed sign like yourself, of having doubled down and stayed the course in knowing the right thing innately in you gets you the result that you had intended, and everyone congratulates you. So what needs to be revisited is ego and the public display of recognition for efforts. Bottom of the deck. 7 of Swords in reverse. Just to check if we are all in reverse. No, we're not. So 7 of Swords in reverse is letting go of something. So what that message directly is, what needs to be revisited is that when there's the public factor of you finding success from your efforts, you might not do well with the pressure. You might give up the fight altogether. It could be too hot for you. You know, too hot in the kitchen. Show me the Fool. Yeah. That's less than convenient. So, I don't know how she fell, but I've got the nine of Pentacles here. So I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the Fool, and the 9 of Pentacles following. We'll read her upright. So I ask about the Fool, like, meaning there's a moment previously that you did not take a risk. You did not meet life with the same vigor that it met you. And it's because you did not see the virtue in it, the value in it. You didn't see that in the long game you would meet your goals. Again, a card of confidence. The Fool and the 6 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm getting ego cards again, by the way. So Death in reverse. Yeah. And so the 5 of Pentacles followed by the Strength. This is the desire to look into the past. The desire to see the past as part of the strengths for your long-standing story of your life, but the inability to have the courage to look at it completely. So who did you not balance out with? You have a battle of egos here. Who's this with? Spirit, please show me for Taurus. Who's this with? 2 of Cups in reverse. Someone who didn't meet you halfway in your assessment. Page of Swords. Someone that you may want more information about, spend a lot of time trying to search about, look for, investigate. They could be investigating you, spying back and forth. What does this person want with Taurus? 10 of Cups. What does Taurus want with this person? What does Taurus want with this person? Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Bottom of the deck, the Empress. If the Empress gets to move through both of you, it's a done deal. This is your ruler. I'm not getting a clear sense of the problem. Ace of Swords as I try to put the deck down. So this has to do with the communication error. An error in communication. So let's try and find it, okay? Because this is Cups, Cups, Fool, Pentacles. Shit ton of Pentacles, Wands, Cups. The only swords I have on the table, which if you're not sure, that's communication. In the future, you turn the 3 of Swords on its head. So you reverse whatever disappointments you've had from a mental exhaustion of what your heart was experiencing, didn't experience, deserved, didn't deserve, etc. All the noise. 10 of Swords and 9 of Swords. These are not amazing swords. They're certainly not outwardly communicating swords. The 3 of Swords is a mental experience. The 9 of Swords is an anguish experience that keeps you up at night of stress. And the 10 of Swords is the manifestation from all of the worst levels of energy put into anxiety. What needs to be communicated? Direct. Because if you both want to be close to each other and in each other's lives, and my job is to give you a reading about, advice for movement here in January, and you got the Chariot on the table 2 times, I need to at least do my best to understand what the universe is asking of you, the lesson that's available for you, so that I can guide you. Can you show me what needs to be communicated from Taurus, please, for this situation on the table? What needs to be communicated, please, Spirit? Ten of Wands in reverse. There was no burden here. This is not a hard thing to do. Ten of Pentacles. Oh my, upside down. Yes. Four of Wands. What needs to be communicated, please, for Taurus? The Star. What it is that you both envision, how you can heal oneself and the way that you've been treating each other or plan to treat each other. Also the connection to this future self, connection to the future union, connection to the dream that you have. What else needs to be communicated? Knight of Swords to the Six of Wands in reverse. So that means making good, making right on a misplaced ego. This next card is going to make everything. Seven of Swords. And disappearing when I was not meant to. Not staying and having the conversation, thinking that I had the perfect strategy even though I was the only one planning it by myself. You cannot know what's best for two people, especially if you don't have a conversation about it. Ten of Pentacles still at the bottom of the deck. What needs to be communicated is that there was a bigger to-do made of the situation than actually facing the situation. One person or two people both thought that they were handling with more responsibility than the other, and judgment ensued. Resentment was created. Neither one of you expressed the actual dream that's available for both of you to attain. And here, what needs to be really communicated, and this probably goes for both of you, is a quick way and a quick source of truth that talks about ego not having the most divine guidance, for it to be misguided, in fact. Perhaps there's words that went out that were very painful, because we have Leo here and it's on its head. Leo has a very direct way in which it is painful. When and if Leo wants to hurt someone with words, it can be disastrous. Okay? Seven of Swords. After the disaster, whether it's one person who did it or two people who did it, right? It always takes two people. After the disaster, there's the Seven of Swords. So one or both of you did not stay for the cleanup, thought you had the best plan without actually talking it through with the other. Can I have advice? Because you turn it around, but I don't see how. Can I have advice, please? Death. So that's what we have in the future here. What else? Judgment. Seven of Swords. Ten of Cups. Five of Swords, but before that, the Star. Okay, so all 10 of Wands, all the same cards again. Here is the advice. Give up the struggle. This is the hardest part, the next part that I'm going to say. This is the hardest part. So if this is the hardest part, recognize that if you cannot get through this, or actually everything that you've been through already is behind you. You don't have to face them again. This is the final stage, okay? This is the last bit. You can let down the load now. Ending a judgment call on the other, recognizing, Ten of Cups, what it is that you truly care about and who cares about you, who is there for you. It is so easy to point the finger at someone who is there every single day. and criticize them and resent them and dismiss them and disregard for everything that they're doing for you because you can't see it because they're there every day. Seven of Swords. What is it that you are so afraid of? What is it that keeps you strategizing in a place that should be a warm conduit of love? Remember the dream, the star, and don't let it interfere, right? The 5 and the 7 of Swords, they go back and forth thinking that you know best, or that someone else is going to do you wrong, and then taking action so that you can nullify the situation or inhibit or diminish or take away or remove the ability for someone else to hurt you. They're all defensive from mental masturbation. Putting an end to judgment on other people's thoughts and actions before they actually occur. Recognizing the only thing that you have to manage is your 10 of Cups and your star, and let those be the feedback loop that you need for your judgment on your life, so that you can have the ending of this noise and rebirth for what it is that you want to create. This is how you're going to get clear and even field the nothingness, the void, the dark void by which anything that you are trying to create now as the Empress moves through you. That is where you need to be for the light to start to come in. What's after the Empress? The death. You see the portal there? What's after death? The Magician. So the good news, you both want each other. For you, you want a brand new beginning. So I'm going to say that maybe you've done more deeds. For them, they see you as their 10 of Cups, sorry. So they forgive you no matter what. This could be a family situation and not an intimate one. 2 of Cups. You recognize that it wasn't balanced. When you look back, you think about the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. You know that. And you know that it's your path to go back and shine light on the situation. And the communication has to do with ego being misfiring, right? Yeah. I would start with the 7 of Cups in reverse. I would start with, I was confused. What were you confused about, Taurus? I thought that when you said X, you meant Y. And it made me feel Z. And I wasn't willing to feel Z for you or anyone, because I don't deserve that. Ego. I've already done so much, so how dare anyone treat me like that? But I realize now that's not being balanced. That's forsaking my vision and my dream, and I'm not being fair because I'm not actually asking what it is that you meant to say or what you meant by what you said. There's a lot of jumping to conclusions here, and you recognize it possibly because in the future, this scenario plays out in a different relationship that you care less about, and you realize, holy shit, it's me. It's me. And it's not just you. It always takes two. But this is probably something that you both do. And you might exacerbate it in the other, which gives you a chance to heal it in one another. That's why the Lovers is here. You thought it was a lot of work and you didn't show up. You recognize how much it means to you, that it holds the star, and you can take a second look, judgment, for your 10 of Cups, for your 10 of Pentacles. You just got to get rid of these swords. They can't come with you. And you can ask for help, because actually they understand more than you think they do. they're willing to hear you out and forgive you. They already forgive you. They just need communication. I hope this helped.